Hey, welcome back. So this one, we have a few things to deal with. I want to make a lava tile, I want to make level 2, and I want to teach you about object groups. So let's start with object groups. So we've made the beginning of level 2 and we made this enemy, right? Let's jump in. But now, like, we can fight the other enemy. This one can kill us by shooting stuff at us. But if we shoot back like that, it just goes past him. If we jump on top of him, nothing happens, you know? So you're like, oh, yeah, that's because you didn't do the events that say, damage this kind of enemy, right? So how do you deal with this? Like, do you just copy paste and make the damaging event for every single one of the enemies? Nope. We're going to use something called the object groups. So we're going to go here, level 1 or level 2, whatever. We just need to go to the editor. And then here on the side, we have global groups and we have scene groups. And as per usual, scene groups mean groups that only work in the scene. Global mean it works everywhere. So we're going to add a new group. We're going to call this group enemies. The name of the group is important. So make sure it's something relevant. Then we open the global groups. We're going to grab the group, put it up there. It's going to say, are you sure you want to make this into a global group? There's no turning back. And you're like, yep, set as global. And now we're going to double click this group and it's empty, right? It's like a folder. I'm going to click here. And now we're going to add our enemies. So enemy. So the red enemy is now added. And now we need enemy shooting. Enemy shooting. There you go. So now our enemies are in the folder enemies. Press apply. And those names are kind of redundant now. So I'm going to go onto the folder for our enemies. And I'm going to rename them. Call this guy red. We're going to call this guy purple. Not duplicate, rename. Or girl, whatever. We still don't know. Purple. He has his own gender, or he identifies as a block mostly. Well, we got red and purple. And don't worry, we don't need to change the events. They'll automatically update for red and purple. Now we go here on game code. And I kind of forget how we're doing things. Also, see, enemy purple. Basic. See, it already says like purple there. Purple. There you go. See, changed everything that said that enemy shooting to purple. Right, so how are we damaging the enemies? Moving. Oh, bouncing on enemies. That's one. So if the player is falling and if the player is in collision with red, right? We want to apply this to every enemy. So instead of red, we're going to change this to the group name enemies. Oh my god. Enemies. And as I'm starting to type, you can already see it. It doesn't have a little sprite because it's a name, a group name. There you go. But it says golden if it's okay. So now, when the player is in collision with the group enemies, and what this does is every time you're in collision, it's going to check every item that's within this group, or it's going to check if it's either red or purple, and it's going to check against every item, right? So we don't need to make, oh, one for red, one for purple. We just put enemies, and then every new enemy that we get, we just put inside the group, and this will instantly work against that enemy. I hope that made sense. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to explain better. Allow player to jump again, simulate the jump, change variable health of enemies, enemies, subtract 1, and change the animation of, again, enemies, set to hurt. So here's another lesson. When you're putting all your enemies into the same group, to make sure everything works always, and you don't have to like be finicky with changing the events here and there, make sure they all share the same names when it comes to animations. So both red and purple have the animation hurt when they get hurt, right? If I put one as hurt and one as damaged, then I'll have to make two separate events because there's no way of checking for separately, right? Or I'll just have to make two of these or whatever, right? The point is, make it the same. If he's hurt, call it hurt. If he's moving, call it moving. If he's standing still, call it idle. Don't be, oh, one's idle, one's standing, right? Don't do that. Just if he's idle, call it idle. If he's moving, call it moving. You'll make your life so much easier, right? Moving on. So now we got the Super Mario trick. And if you go to level 2, now it's going to work for these guys. Wait, that's level 1. Level 2. Now if I jump on one of these, look at that. Now it works. He's not resetting because, and we're taking damage because we didn't fix the rest of it. All right, let's make sure. So this doesn't. This is not on loop. Good. Let's cancel. Let's keep adding onto our code. So where is the thing that says make it go back to idle? Bouncing on enemies. Did we put it under enemies? Let me make this down. Enemies. Red. Oh, here we go. If red equals hurt and the animation is finished, then we change red back to idle. So we're going to make this into enemies. Enemies. And enemies. Also, purple doesn't have, you know what? Let's make a new group. Purple doesn't have health yet because we didn't make the event for that. I'm gonna wait. Enemies. There. Shared events. Shared events. I'm also quickly gonna change this color to be more distinct, so I can tell quicker that that's the folder that has other stuff inside. And I'm gonna make it blue, just like we did for the rest of them. Where is the button? And it's there we go. Again, if this is your first episode, I am literally blind. And I don't mean that as just saying. I mean that as literal. Shared events. We're gonna grab this thing. I'm gonna cut. And I already skipped it again. There you go. I don't think that blue's helping. It's I need to make it brighter. Oh, God, I didn't want to lose time on this, but whatever. It's fine. I made it too dark. It's too dark and moody. Has dreams of becoming Batman. There you go. You can see it better now. All right. Share the vents. We have that. Do we need to change anything else? Variable health of red equals 0. Okay, this is another shared one. So I'm going to grab both of these. I'm going to cut them. I'm going to cut them like a knife. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to paste. Put that in the middle. I'm going to change if the health of enemies equals 0, then delete enemies. And what else? So this is him going back and forward. We don't need to make this for purple because purple is standing still shooting stuff. She's quite happy doing that. Change variable brain set to 1. Okay, this is fine. Now we need to give purple some health. And that's at the beginning of the scene. So at the start of the scene. This is annoying me not being the same as the variable. So at the beginning of the scene. So much happier now. Why do I do these things to myself? Change the health of enemies to 3. Now, this is good to make all enemies have the same amount of health. If you want to make them differently, then you start adding 1 for red, 1 for purple, right? But for now, we want to make all enemies have equal health. So this is fine for now. And just to be sure we know what it is, we're going to grab one of these. And I'm going to put the markers around it, just so I know to pick this from the crowd. Like that. So now I know, wait, what is that one? Oh, okay, it's the health. Cool. This is the hiding stuff. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. All right, I think we're done. Oh yeah, taking damage. Taking damage. I think that's player, right? Yeah, taking damage. If the player is falling, not falling, if the player is in collision with purple. Not purple, enemies. Enemies. The boolean of the object equals false, then it does the thing. If it's in collision with enemy bullet, then it does the thing. That is fine. If current health equals 0, it goes poof. If player is in collision with enemies, if the player is greater than enemies, center, X. And again here, this is the bounce back. Enemies. And again, change this to enemies. And you might be like, oh man, this is taking so long. Me's. There we go. The autocorrect kind of messed me up there. And to player. Now the bouncing thing, I don't think I'm gonna like the knocking them back. I don't think I'm gonna do that for purple, because purple's standing still, right? He's fine. Health pickup, bouncing on enemies, bouncing on spring, moving platforms. I don't even know where I put that. Share the events. Did I put it here? Go left, go right. No, I put it under player and with the knockback, right? Yeah, it's probably under punching. Okay, create that. Okay, this is fine. We can if in collision. Wait, if it's this frame is in collision with enemies, so we can still punch purple. And we're gonna change the health of enemies, subtract 1. Enemies, subtract 1. Change the animation of enemies. Set the heart. Okay. The knockback, I'm gonna leave it for red. So red is moving, it can be knocked back, and we can again, if we have more moving enemies, we can call a group, make a group called moving enemies, and then put it here instead of just red. Now this took a while, but here's the thing: next time we need to add an enemy, this is already done for us. So all we got to do is put the enemy inside the group, and all this stuff is gonna work. You no longer need to add events for new enemies. Right, so let's try it out. And actually, I'm not going to build level 2 on this one, but I am going to make a lava tile. So now it goes into hurt animation. And we also go poof. Right, but we can damage them. Let's kill this guy first. Man, that is tough. I'm trying to like see if my controls are working properly. What is going on with that? What is up with that? Let's put it there. Okay, so I'm falling. 2, 3. Oh, it's the corners. Oh yeah, I forget it does that with the corners, right? That is weird. There's something weird going on there. So this one works properly, right? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay. So there's something funky going on there. Because we were falling. Oh no! No, we weren't. We weren't falling because we're touching both the enemy and the platform. So we stopped falling. Like, let's fix this. There's nothing wrong. I was like, oh my god, I need to fix something again. But no, there's nothing broken. What's happening is this. Copy. And now it's gonna work properly. Let's put our character there. We don't need this guy. Go away. It's one too many enemies right now. This is fine. I've made this a bit too big, but it's fine. This works. And I'm gonna put our guy there. Yeah, what was happening was we're hitting the platform, so we stopped falling at the same time we collide. So it told us like, oh, you're not falling anymore. See? Now it's fine. Now it works just fine. Like I can hit him right there on the edge, like that, and nothing bad is happening. Yeah, it was the block. We were hitting the block, so we're no longer falling, and then we're in collision with the enemy. So we're not falling and in collision with the enemy. We took damage. Right. So let's make a lava tile pretty quick. Just because I like lava in my games. I don't really like the punishing, like, oh, you dropped a hole, you're dead. kind of thing. I don't know. Uh, just for experimentation, we're gonna go like this. Create it there, there, like that. And we're just gonna create a new object. Do do do. Add a new object. Sprite. I'm gonna call this lava. Now we can make this a bit more fancy, but I'm not. I'm gonna make something very simple. Something incredibly basic and simple. We're just gonna do a flat color that that has the animation of changing the. You'll see. Not like a portal. Not that amount of work. No way. It's just like a hit animation. Just to keep this simple, and then later when we start like juicing up the game, we can work on our um work on our tiles some more. So for now, we got an orange. Duplicate. Let's make one darker, like that. Another one. It's gonna be a bit darker. Eh. What happens with just two colors? Is it too much? It's a bit too epilepsy inducing. Now we're gonna duplicate this one and we're gonna put it there. There we go. So now it's a bit better and it's gonna stay twice as long on the brighter one. Look at that. So simple, but we made like a nice flashing lava tile. It's not really amazing, but it's working. And we forgot to make 96 by 96, didn't we? Who's this we? You're screwing up. Now us. We're watching. 96, 96. Press enter. Save. And apply. And now we need to grab the lava. And we're going to put it somewhere. You want to make this global? Yes, I do. I haven't decided on a group yet. It's a tile, right? So it's gonna go under tiles. Why are you being an idiot? It is a tile. Put it under tiles. Like that. There you go. We got lava. Now we're gonna grab the lava. And gonna put it there. Copy. Paste. Copy. Actually, no. Paste there. Go like that. It goes there. It's gonna be a little pit. Just like that. And our player is gonna start there. So let's see how this looks like in the actual game. And of course, you idiot, you forgot to loop the animation. This will be fine. Let's put it 0.9. Just to make it just a smidget slower. Because I don't want it like flashing too much. And that's good. So this is a good lava tile. That looks alright. It's not amazing. We can work on it, but for now it will do the job. Right? So we need to go to the events. and not enemies. Bouncing on spring. Copy paste this one. We're gonna call it bouncing on lava. Gonna open this. If player is falling, if the player is in collision with lava, then allow player to jump again. Change the jump speed. We're gonna make it even higher than the thing. I mean, are we? No, we're not. That is fine. Simulate the jump, all that. Now it works. The only thing that's missing is this. Change global number. And current health. Current health. Subtract 1. Okay. This isn't. Oh, this is gonna be finicky. Let's put it there. I can already see it being finicky. Oh my god. Text, because we need to update the text, right? That says the current health. So is it health counter? Yes, health counter. And we need to set it to current health. So current health. And we need to do one more thing. Right? Because, well, first we need to change the animation. Animation by name of player set to hurt. Okay. And we're gonna, you could put it there. Doesn't matter, really. This all happens at the same time. Just it needs to go before the timer. And let's go to taking damage. So this we need to put the if damaged of object player is false. Copy. Yeah, we'll add it there. And we're gonna set it to true. Do we do it here? Oh, we need to change this. We need to fix this. Next episode. Next time we do some fixing, I need to remember myself to fix how this works. But we're going to copy this one. Actually, we're going to copy both of these. Copy. This is fine. This will work right now, but we need to make this better. So this goes there. And this goes to 0.4 because we already have a 0.1. And set it to false. And copy, paste. And we set the damaged thing to true. There we go. So now it will work. This works. This is fine. This works just fine. But we can do this better. So much better. So that we don't have to add all of this stuff every single time we need to do damage. We can just make it so that, when the Boolean damage equals true, then it does a bunch of other stuff, right? It'll be much nicer for groupings. But for now, this works. So this is gonna be a later stage when we're like polishing the code and stuff. So now let's jump down and bang, bang. 3, 2, 1, and it went boo 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 boo. It doesn't even need to jump that high, but it's fine. Jumping that high is fine because then we can make like a higher obstacle or something. So right now this all works. So this works. Let me punch this guy. That works. I didn't shoot him. Uh, did I make the event for shooting? I think I forgot. Wait, that was the dash shooting. Yep, we didn't change the shooting. Energy pickup. Shooting. Oh my god, this video is getting way too long. Shooting bullet. If bullet is in collision with red. So need to change this one for enemies. Delete bullet, that's fine. Change the health of red to enemies. And change the animation of red to enemies and enemies to hurt. So now we can shoot purple. There we go. Now purple is not safe from our wrath. We can punch purple as well. There we go. And if you touch the lava, we go, ow! Ow! I was like, where can I jump? Oh, that is cool. So when we touch the lava, we can't double jump. So it's working perfectly, the whole jumping thing. Right. Right. That was the lava, that was objects. I hope that made sense. If you watch all the way to the end, please subscribe, leave a like, comment, all that good jazz. I'll really love that. And let me know if you're enjoying this, if these videos make sense, if you like the explanations, or if I suck at explaining things. Right. I'll catch you guys next episode for some more cool stuff. Till then, peace out.